seen how anti-aircraft guided missiles for Russia's renowned S-400 Triumph air defense complexes are assembled. Let's take a look right now at the Avangard factory here in Moscow. Avangard is one of the world's oldest manufacturers of anti-aircraft missile weapons. In January 2022, it turns 80. It appeared in the most difficult days for the country during the Great Patriotic War. It is the only company producing anti-aircraft guided missiles for the S-300 Favorite and S-400 Triumph air defense systems. Manufacturing long-range anti-aircraft guided missiles requires a massive production facility, and there are several dozen workshops at Avangard, but most of them are secret or even top secret. But we'll try to slightly uncover the veil of secrecy and show how the steering equipment and other key elements of the anti-aircraft missile are produced. The S-400 complexes are supplied to the Russian army and exported as part of military technical cooperation with foreign countries. Apart from buyers like China, India and Turkey, there is a whole list of countries that are not announced which are queuing for the S-400s. What makes the complexes so unique? The answer is their guided missiles.
Without Avangard products, our most famous air defense systems in the world, the S-400 Triumph, would be unarmed and useless. The main striking elements of the S-400 are produced here at the Avangard plant.
This is a real B&H customer story. Steph Mandis came to B&H to take her photography.
Alright, we've run that back. Before I start on this, we'll go further on this video. Call all y'all Shalom to the left. I was seeing this online. I wanted to go into this topic again. Let me see. About these Smiths. So you look at this imagery right here.
So striking elements of the S-400 are produced here at the Avangard plant.
All right, look. Okay. This the extremism. That's what people. That's a little inside joke. People be saying that extremist shit. This how extreme the Most High is. The Most High put the spirit on these Smiths, these scientists, astrophysicists, or whatever. Literally put the spirit on them to do this. But they're not in real control like that. Nah, it's in the book of Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals and the fire." There you go, right here. It says, "And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work." Hey, instrument, what is instrument gonna do? Instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. Now, who is the waster and what's the instrument? The waster is Esau, red ass. This is the instrument right here. Which is the precept of the book of Job. It's the book of Job, chapter 33. See, I'm gonna go to a second. It's real early, so forgive me if my voice seems a little less lively than normal, but I just want to put this out just for edification's sake. Now, it's the book of Job, chapter 33, and verse, let's see, I want to go in. Verse 14, it says, "For Yahweh speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not." Because that's how people are. You tell them one thing one time, they're not really going to get it. Tell them a few times, they're not going to get it. I'm guilty of it myself sometimes. I see something once, I might not grasp it right away. I have to go through it a few times, so deal with it a few times, and then I get it. It says, "For Yahweh speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man, and slumberers upon the bed. Then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions. So them going to do this, the Most High sealed their instructions. They woke up and was like, I'm gonna go try to make the S400, the Triumph. Let me see, I'm gonna go down a little bit more. It says, then he opened up the ears of men and sealed their instructions, that he may withdraw man from his purpose. That they might, they probably was making some shit. Oh, we're just gonna blast off to the moon. Then they thought about it. Like, you know what? We can actually turn this to a weapon. That was the Most High putting that spirit on them to do that. It says that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from men. And that's the main thing. Because they not really in control. When you feel like you're in control of stuff too much, that pride start taking over. That's why you see a lot of people be prideful. Because everything be going in their favor seem like, and then that rug get pulled from under their ass and they get humble. Let me see, go to this other precept. The book of Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. It says, the king's heart is in the hands of the Lord as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will. And it ain't just the king's heart. It's these scientists, it's your average day citizens, it's your bankers, people that do run the automobile industry, shipping goods, the list goes on. So if you want to turn you a certain direction, that's just how it's going to be. Like, I wasn't even going to do this right now. That's the funny thing about it. I just happened to scroll and look at RT News and a few other little things, and I happened to see this pop up. The secrets of creating. The real secret is the Most High put the spirit on them to do this. Because this technology may seem advanced, but it ain't really that advanced when you research and learn about the chariots. I'm going to display some other.
More than 50,000 people are involved in creation of the air defense missiles. The missile flies 20 seconds, but it takes 20 months to build.
We are at the forging and pressing shop here, where forging of various steel alloys, as well as heat-resistant and titanium alloys, is carried out. All the outer parts of the missile will have to withstand mechanical and thermal loads, meaning it has to be really durable.
Parts of the catapult, the hull of the missile, as well as its steering mechanisms are produced here. Its gas dynamic and aerodynamic rudders will have to operate at extremely high temperatures, so the alloy composition is given great attention.
And why is all this war stuff going on? Let's go to the book of Exodus, chapter 15, and verse 3. It says the Lord, but the name of the Lord is Yahweh, because there at the end it says, it's his name. What is his name? It says Yahweh is a man of war. Yahweh is his name. When he came to Moses, that's what he was saying. He wasn't just saying, oh yeah, my name's just God, or Yahweh, or whatever other name people try to come up with. It was a specific name. There was a reason for that, so you know who to call on. So we know who to call on.
The next section is where parts of gas dynamic rudders are built to be installed in the steering compartment.
You can't ask somebody for help if you don't really know the name.
In the engine nozzle, they have an important purpose. When the missile ejects from the launch mechanism, these rudders will deflect a stream of hot gases away from the missile in order to turn it in the direction of the target within a split second. After that, it will fly towards the target at an incredibly high speed, with control functions performed now by aerodynamic rudders.
It's not a secret that the world leaders in the field of anti-aircraft missile systems are Russia and the United States.
The leaders. Most High putting the spirit on the leaders. Now the book of Proverbs said. Let me go back to it one more time. The king's heart is in the hands of the Lord. They can go sit down and be like, you know what, because I seen another video when I was getting ready to go make my runs and stuff. They was talking about how they trying to peace talk and calm down tensions. They're not going to calm it down that long. Something else going to happen and it's going to pop right back up. said a king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as the rivers of water. He turneth it whatsoever he will. So we want them to go have a sit down. They're going to have to sit down. We want them to actually go at it and do something with this system right that they got set up. That's what's going to go down.
The S-400 and Patriot air defense systems are the most famous developments of the countries in this area.
And people forgot how the Most High get down. The Most High can cause the event to happen to where the whole earth get flooded. You think he can't put a spirit on these people to create this and do something with it?
First of all, the main difference between the complexes is the launch angle. The Patriot has an inclined launch angle, ours is vertical. The second difference is the missile flight speed. The speed is much higher with the S-400. The third important difference is the operational range. The S-400's operational range is 4 times longer.
The S-400 Triumph beats all existing air defense systems hands down. Its operational range is 400 kilometers, and it can detect any targets at a distance of up to 600 kilometers. It tracks objects that fly with maximum speed of 17.3 kilometers per hour or 4.8 meters per second, meaning they can intercept hypersonic weapons. The S-400 can simultaneously target up to 8 airborne targets and simultaneously track up to 160 targets. It can destroy airborne objects flying as high as 35 kilometers and as low as 5 meters. And the price tag for the system is...
Hey, I'm laughing, you know. You gotta find a little humor in this. Because it's real. You can't make this shit up. You know, people will call you extremists or whatever little shit they want to try to call you. It's the facts, man. You're not dealing with no opinions. Let me get the word out correctly. Not dealing with no opinions. Not dealing with none of that shit. None of that emotional shit. Dealing with the facts. Now, let me scroll down. Let's see how much more of this video does. I ain't even gonna play the rest of this video. Y'all can build upon this video. Whoever else see this, they can watch the rest of that. I advise you to, but to each his own. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 2, it says, declare ye among the nations, and publish and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. So you ain't supposed to conceal this. You know how some people, they get on 501c3 charters, Esau spook them up and tell them not to go teach this stuff. And they don't teach it. You're not supposed to conceal this. You get around somebody and they want to know about something, and it happened to me a lot. People see me, they be like, oh, what you know good, or whatever. And I always say, I know a lot of stuff. What you want to know? Then they start asking certain questions, and it might not seem good to them, but it seems good to me. Cause guess what? The people that's on top of us, that's ruling over us, they ain't got that much longer to be over us, and it's evident. Now it says, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not. Say Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded. Merodach is broken in pieces, and her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north, they come up of a nation against her. What nation they talking about in this video? It's out of the north. It says from out of the north, they come up of a nation against her, which shall make her land desolate. What place over in the north? Let me pull the map up, get that real quick. It's in the northern hemisphere. Oh, as soon as you type it in, it's up. There you go. This was just 39 minutes ago. But nah, this was made up. White man wrote this book. Now you look over here. I don't even have to look at too much stuff. We got your landmarks. The North Sea. What's over here in the north? Russia. Now look, let's go down real quick. Now it says, for out of the north there cometh of a nation against her, we shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Now that's another precept I want to get to as well out of this real quick. Hold on. Oh yeah, but you know what? I ain't gonna read this whole thing. But it's in the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, it's real heavy because they talk about the judgment on Babylon. But I'm going to just read on down. Let's see. In verse 4 it says, in those days and in that time, saith the Lord, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping, which that actually be happening. It says they should go and seek the Lord their power, which is happening today. Even though they tried to hide the name, they tried to hide our history. They want us to really know. We end up finding out any fucking way. Now it says they shall ask the way to Zion, but their faces thitherward, facing the east. Basically, that's what it's talking about. It said, and come and let us join ourselves to the Lord in the perpetual covenant. It shall not be forgotten. My people have been lost sheep. Just like I was talking to this woman I've been dealing with. And she was like, you know, she really don't tell certain people that shit Hebrew because they get mad. I'm like, you know why they get mad? Because they fucking ignorant and they still stuck in that Sambo mind frame. And they'll say, oh yeah, I'm African American, but don't even know the definition of the two words. If you ask an average person, what do those words mean? What are the origins of those words? Can't even tell you. That's why the scriptures say my people have been lost sheep. The shepherds have caused them to go astray because we have leaders, so-called leaders, set up people in this position and power that can teach people certain stuff. What they do? Misguide them so they can get their pockets full. It says they have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Because they don't know. Jerusalem is our resting place. That's our land. That's our area. Meanwhile, niggas fighting over the land of Amerigo Vespucci, so to speak. But they forgot their resting place. Verse 7 it says, all that found them have devoured them. And the adversary said, we offend not because they have sinned against the Lord. Habitation of justice. Even the Lord, the hope of their fathers, remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as the he-goats before the flocks. But lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north. Go back to this map again. Assembly of great nations from the north country. And they shall set themselves in array against her, from thence she shall be taken. Their arrow shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain. Once these go up, they don't come back down unless they're on the target. They're not going to go up and then, oops, let me turn back around and go back over here.
It's much slower compared to its American rival. Meanwhile, we're moving into the electrical installation shop. Here, the electrical wiring of the missile is made for the speedy and reliable passage of signals of the control system. In other words, here we can see the nervous system of the missile. Traditional production methods are closely interacting with the latest materials and technologies. A special adhesive tape is used to fasten the wires. It looks pretty much like ordinary blue electrical tape, but this one is made of a special plastic that has some specific parameters of strength, flexibility and durability. So it will firmly hold the wires in a bundle for decades while the missile is stored and will not allow the wires to crumble in flight under extreme pressure.
See? Hey, come on, man. It says, shall be as a mighty expert man, none shall return in vain. Talking about them arrows, man. Let's see, do I want to get some more out of this? I ain't gonna read no more out of this. Maybe for another lesson, for a later time. So I just want to bring this out since I just seen this video early in the morning. I don't want to watch this out. It's edifying. Call all Yahweh Hashem. Shalom to the left.